Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 things that I did not expect about marriage. One of the first things that kind of took me a little bit by surprise and that I wasn't really expecting was how difficult the transition from being dating and being engaged to marriage would actually be. I kind of thought that it would just be flow, oh, we're dating and then you get engaged and now we're married and it just, it's just like a pretty smooth sailing. And well, it wasn't anything bad at all. I do not want this to come off in a negative way. There were some difficult things that I wasn't really expecting. And I think one of the main things is that when you start dating, you're on this high right up until the wedding, in my opinion. When you start dating someone, you start having those butterfly feelings and it's a really exciting time and you're both getting to know each other and kind of being oh, do we like each other? And then you start dating and it's just so fun because you start doing things together and your friends and family find out. And I just think it's a really fun season of life. And then, as you date longer, sometimes there's this wonder of oh, will we get engaged? Or are we going to take this to the next level sort of thing? And so there's always this excitement or this thought of oh, I wonder what could happen in the future, or what will our future look like together. And then if you do get engaged, it's just you just go from loving life to freaking loving life a million times more, because getting engaged is so much fun. And suddenly you're just thrown into this whirlwind of we get to choose a wedding date, I get to finally go wedding dress shopping and all these things you kind of dream about doing when you're little. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I dreamt about my wedding forever. And you kind of get to do all these fun things. You get to plan out your wedding colors, you get to pick out flowers, you get to pick out your bridesmaids, and you get to kind of think about the people that you want to be there on your special day, and it's a really exciting time. The whole wedding planning, well, yes, it is a little bit stressful. It's honestly just fun. At the end of the day, it's a blast and it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and it's something you never forget. So it's a very exciting season. And then the wedding comes, and the wedding day is just amazing. Absolutely best day of my life, hands down. Even all the little things that went wrong and the little hiccups that happened, I wouldn't go back and change anything for the world. I mean that. I wouldn't even change the fact that the power went out. Nope, I really wouldn't. But it's just such a fun day. And so you've gone from you've just been kind of on a high, and for Rodolfo and I especially, our dating and engagement time, it was pretty short according to the way the world works these days. We really didn't date for a crazy long amount of time, and we had a really short engagement because we just kind of wanted to get married and just jump into this next chapter of our lives. And so that too, it was just a crazy blur of excitement and love and joy and happiness and just all these new things. And then we get married and the wedding was so much fun and the honeymoon was great, and it's just you're still on this high, and then you come home and it's just woo, back to real life. Now, there's nothing wrong with that reality hit and suddenly having to pay bills and figure out where you want to live and buy a new car together or merge your bank accounts, or you have to go change your last name on every freaking thing. I don't even want to start that process. I'm just I just get stressed thinking about it. But anyway, there's suddenly all these things you have to do. So it can be a really exciting time, but it was also kind of difficult. And there were some difficult parts of that transition, and it was just kind of huge reality check. And while it wasn't bad, that was something that I don't think I was expecting as much, and I definitely have learned to just give myself some grace. So ultimately, enjoy the transition, but don't beat yourself up if you find it a little bit hard. Which leads me to the second thing that I was not expecting at all, which was homesickness. This one is just, I don't know why it's embarrassing for me to admit, but it is. But I also want to share, in case anyone else out there feels this way, to just know you're not alone, and it's not the end of the world, and it's not a bad sign or anything like that. It's just growing pains. For me, I'm super close with my family, and so, but I don't know, homesickness has kind of been a problem in the past, but it also hasn't whenever I've lived away from home, because I think at the end of the day, I always know well, I can just go live at home. But now I'm married. No, I'm not just gonna go move on home because I'm missing my family. And so it's kind of you're having a healthy separation from your family, and for me, that kind of brought a little bit of homesickness. So if you feel homesick in the early weeks of being married and you're wondering why am I feeling homesick? I love doing life with my husband and I love being around him 24/7. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's totally okay. It's just growing pains. Again, I call everything about the first month of our marriage, I just called everything that I kind of went through growing pains, because we're growing together. It's anything when it's new and it's a transition. you're adjusting. Your mind, your body, everything is just adjusting to this like new life that you're kind of creating for yourself. So just be patient with yourself, cut yourself some slack, and hey, worst case scenario, just like call up your mom if you need to just chat and know, okay, it's okay, you're still alive. I don't live with you, but it's okay. The third thing I'm gonna share is something that I did expect, but I just didn't know like how real it would feel for me. And that is how much my love for Rodolfo grows literally every single day since our wedding. It's insane. I'd always heard people say like, oh, you know, you're just gonna like continue falling in love with them as you go through things together and as you experience new things together and as you kind of like start your lives together, like the love is just gonna grow. Like you think you love each other now, just wait until like 5 years down the road. You're gonna think the love you have now is like nothing compared to what you feel for each other. And now, like I always believed that because I'm a hopeless romantic, so I always believe those things and I hang on to them like, oh, I want that for myself. But honestly, I didn't realize how real that would feel. I never felt such a deep love for one human. And it's amazing because you're both so imperfect and you're so flawed. But at the end of the day, you have this just like deep love for each other. And it's amazing how it grows. And as much as I like knew that would happen because it's what everyone around me told me, it's like those things where you don't really know like the depth of it until you experience it for yourself. That was something that just really hit me, how real that is, that love that just grows and grows and grows, and it's the best thing on earth, just being in love. It's the greatest. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys liked hearing about the 3 things that I was not expecting about marriage. Marriage has honestly been, I don't want to be like, marriage is great and this and this and this, because I've been married for not even 2 months, so y'all go out and live it for yourself and get your own experience. But honestly, the last like, I guess like 6 to 8 weeks have been amazing, and we've been just like so blessed, and we're just so grateful to be married and be starting this new chapter of our lives. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want any more like marriage or wedding, or to hear about our wedding or anything like that videos, comment down below, like this video, let me know. I'm always happy to do them, and I will probably just do them in the future anyway because I like chatting about it. But I hope that you guys have a good day, and that whether you're single, dating, or married, that one day you will find the person who will make you so happy and will just make your life light up. Love you guys and hope you have a good day. Bye!